Students today are heading for one of the toughest job markets in history. AI is rewriting entire industries while schools are still teaching like it's the 1990s. Employers don't want memorization or generic essays anymore. They want adaptability, critical thinking, and people who can use AI as a tool. The problem? Most students aren't being trained for that, which means in just a few years, millions of graduates will be holding degrees, but struggling to find work. If you keep playing by the old rules, you risk being left behind. But if you learn to adapt, this isn't the end. It's your greatest opportunity. Here's the reality. Schools are still training students for a world that no longer exists. The structure hasn't changed in decades. You're told to memorize facts, regurgitate them on tests, and write essays in a rigid format. But I can already do those tasks faster, more accurately, and at infinite scale. It doesn't just memorize, it generates, it learns patterns, analyzes data, and produces polished answers in seconds. So the very skills schools reward are quickly becoming the least valuable in today's economy. For decades, the safety net was a degree. Graduate and you had a job waiting. But now, degrees are commoditized. Everyone has one, yet fewer employers see them as proof of real skill. A diploma doesn't guarantee adaptability. It doesn't show that you can think critically, and it doesn't demonstrate that you know how to integrate AI into your work. And employers know this. That's why the mismatch between what schools teach and what the market demands is widening at record speed. On paper, students may look prepared, but in practice, they're often miles behind. And here's the danger. The stakes of choosing your career path have never been higher. For previous generations, picking the wrong major might have meant a slower climb up the ladder. Today, it could mean investing years of time and thousands of dollars into a career that AI disrupts before you even graduate. Writing, customer support, accounting, law, medicine, industries once seen as untouchable are already being restructured. This means students aren't just competing with each other anymore. They're competing with machines that don't need sleep, don't get sick, and don't ask for paychecks. Unless you adapt outside of the classroom, this mismatch won't just cost you grades, it could cost you your future. Look around and you'll see the collapse already happening. Writers are being replaced by AI that can produce polished articles in seconds. Designers are competing with tools that generate endless variations of logos and layouts with a single click. In law, AI is drafting contracts, reviewing case files, and predicting outcomes faster than paralegals or junior associates ever could. Even medicine, one of the most elite, highly trained professions, is being restructured as I read scans, identifies patterns, and makes diagnoses with accuracy levels once thought impossible. These aren't just small cracks in the system. They're deep structural shifts. Whole career ladders are being rebuilt. Jobs that once felt safe, prestigious, or untouchable are now under direct pressure. The traditional promise, work hard in school, get a degree, and find a stable job, no longer holds the same weight. But here's the good news. Not every role is collapsing. Some are becoming more important than ever. Creativity, human judgment, systems building. These are the skills machines can't truly replicate. AI can generate options, but it can't decide which idea resonates with humans. It can analyze data, but it can't take responsibility for consequences. It can build pieces, but it can't see the bigger picture unless you guide it. That's the core idea. Don't compete with AI, collaborate with it. The students who thrive won't be the ones trying to out-memorize a machine. They'll be the ones who learn to direct it, shape it, and integrate it into their work. AI isn't a replacement for your mind. It's a force multiplier, but only if you learn how to use it the right way. Yes, the landscape is changing, but that also means the opportunity is bigger than ever. Every major shift in history creates winners and losers. The losers cling to old systems. The winners adapt faster than everyone else. Right now, most students are still being trained for a past that doesn't exist. But that gap, that's where the opportunity lives. If you learn to work with AI instead of against it, you instantly put yourself in the top few percent of students worldwide. Imagine walking into a classroom, an internship, or a job interview already knowing how to use AI to research faster, write smarter, and build systems that others can't. You don't just stand out, you redefine what prepared means. The truth is, resilient careers still exist. They're just shifting. The future belongs to students who can blend human creativity with AI acceleration, who can use judgment where machines fall short, who can see the big picture and build systems that others simply follow. Think about it. AI is the single greatest lever of productivity humanity has ever seen. But a lever is useless unless you know how to pull it. For students who act now, this isn't a threat, it's a chance to build an edge so sharp it carries them through school, into their career, and far beyond. This is exactly why I built Mindura. I saw the gap firsthand, students working harder than ever, but still unprepared for the future that AI is creating. Schools weren't moving fast enough. The advice out there was scattered, shallow, or designed for a world that's already gone. Mindura was built to be different. It's not about shortcuts or cheating, it's about systems. Systems that teach you how to actually work with AI, not just dabble in it. Systems that help you learn faster, cut through wasted time, and make smarter decisions about your career. Every module inside Mindura is designed to give you an edge, from note-taking protocols and productivity frameworks to career mapping and future-proof planning. It's a full playbook for students who don't just want to keep up, but want to be 3 steps ahead. This isn't theory. These are tools and workflows I've built and used myself, then refined for students like you. Because the truth is, I won't wait for your school to catch up, and neither should you. So here's where it all comes together. Education is frozen, jobs are shifting, and AI is reshaping the world faster than anyone expected. For most students, that's a problem. But for you, it's a chance, if you take it. If you watch this far, you already know what's at stake. The difference between falling behind and pulling ahead comes down to one thing: how you adapt. Mindura was built to give you that edge, a complete system for learning faster, working smarter, and planning your future in a world dominated by AI. Finally, that's the end of the video, and as of making this video, this channel only has 17 subscribers, so feel free to subscribe to be a very early member of Mindura's journey to being the top channel about AI.